All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are in qualifying today. Welcome to the beginning of the OP Throwback mini season. This is going to be season 4.5. Um, Calling it the half season because this will be a short season. Just in time, it'll end just in time for the release of iRacing's new Gen 4 car. So the owners decided to run a shortened season this time around. Right now we're going to go through some qualifying. We're going to let the cars get out on track here, their times around, and continue to take a look at everything as we go. Testing for the chat, if you guys can hear. Just making sure. Everything should be set up on my end. Should be able to hear me here. We are just going to let qualifying run out here, and we will get into the race here shortly. Fantastic, thank you. Alright, everybody. As we get staged here and pulling out on the track, thank you everybody for joining in the chat, tuning in this evening. We have 100 laps here on deck for Daytona, the opening start to our mini 4.5 season here. Once again, this is a shortened season. It's going to be 8 races, mostly just with the fact that we're going to try and coincide with the Gen 4 new release on iRacing. Looks like we got quite a few familiar names out there. Sitting on the pole, you have Vicente Guerrero. Next to him in row 1 is going to be Les Levy. On the second row, you'll have Rick Sanchez with Christian Strader next to him. On the third row, we're going to have Brian Elmore next to Daniel. And in this fourth row here, we're going to have Nathan Nixon next to Adam Pettit. Adam runs well at these events, especially these super speedway tracks. Going down into our fifth row, you have Stephen Luttrell and Sean Cozier, as well as Garrett Streets in the sixth row with Hunter Carlson next to him. Another person to look out for this evening. After Hunter Carlson, we're going to have Matthew Swank with Mr. Seabrins next to him. In the next row, you're going to have Rusty Modesty with, I believe it's Jeremy Reynolds. After that, we'll have DeFern next to Man. As we pull here, pace car comes off of the line. We are green at Daytona. Here, Vicente Guerrero still in the lead with Mr. Levy right behind him there. Rick Sanchez sitting in the third spot. That bottom lane's got some great momentum. Looks like that top lane is trying to get together here. We'll see if they can catch up front. So far, that bottom lane really is lane moving. These tires here tonight should not be an issue. And that is going to be 1 lap down here at Daytona. Looks like that top lane has kind of grabbed some momentum and popped back here. We'll see how it goes here tonight. That bottom lane hopefully is the hotter lane. Top can grab some momentum sometimes, but we'll see. And look at that already. Vicente is shoved outside. He's down under the yellow line here. We'll see if he can get back in. And he does find a spot. Right in front of the 20 of Garrett Streets there. That is going to put Mr. Les up front with Rick Sanchez running second. And Christian Strader has found his way to the front. He has +2. Fighting, trying their best to make up some ground here. Let's get back up front here and get to our leader. Looks like we're gonna kind of settle in and just count some laps off here. Top lane's got a great push from Daniel Dow in the 81 there. See if Christian Strader here can get down. This main pack is really moving. We do have a second pack back there, kind of straight lined. They're hanging on to the driver as best as they can. Looks like we have 21 drivers on the track right now. Normally a pretty light showing for OP on a super speedway race, but considering this is a shortened season, some things will be different. It is nice though to have some familiar faces out there. Christian Strader, always a solid runner in this series, as well as Adam Pettit. Adam Pettit, once again, very fast, always up north towards the front here, especially on these super speedway tracks. He's actually a runner-up from season 1 in OP Throwback Thursdays. So shout out to him. And then surprisingly tonight, we're missing our season 4 champion, Andrew Fairnance. Andrew was quite dominant last season. I think he was about 3 races shy the whole season. He missed a couple weeks, but still very dominant. So looking forward to maybe having him for some races here in the mini season, and especially moving into season 5 with the new car. Looks like Christian slid back here, maybe getting out of the hive's nest a little bit, but that kind of did kill some of that top lane momentum. It looks like they're kind of regaining that, moving up with the 92 of Nathan Nixon there, being pushed once again by Daniel. Daniel's kind of been a mainstay in that top lane, trying to get it to work all night. And look at Mr. Les Levy here, just continuing to run that bottom line. He's got Rick Sanchez right behind him there in the 5 car. And they're continuing to fend off that top line. It looks like Nathan could get down here, but he's continuing to stay up there with his pusher. Looks like someone might be high there. That Christian? Looks like Christian is blinking a little bit. Sometimes there's some networking issues with iRacing, and sometimes it's just the best to get out of line, especially on these super speedway tracks. You know, very easy to have a mistake. Looks like the top lane got down as well. Daniel pushed Nathan up front. And looks like Daniel's going to cover back to the top lane. Give Nathan the lead on the inside there. Like after that move's made though, it looks like the top lane is starting to fall off just a little bit. And Les is looking to go to the top. Les will lead the top lane here. Looking to challenge Nathan on the bottom. And Nathan fighting right back. Rick's been solid in that bottom lane, pushing the lead car all night. Long way to go here still on this big 2.5 mile track, but looks like everyone's just kind of finding their groove, finding someone to give them a push, organizing, and we'll see when the patience starts to run out a little bit. But right now, it looks like everyone's just kind of minding their P's and Q's and playing nice out there. Top lane looks like it might be together a little bit better right now. Bottom lane looks like there's some space for the third car on back. But also too, once you get in that draft here, you suck right up to the bumper of the next car behind. So No issues. Play the patience game here. That's what you're going to see a lot of these drivers doing. Oh, there goes Les down. Covers Nathan in the bottom lane. Leaving Daniel to lead the front on the top. Daniel's got Adam Pettit right behind him. Once again, very competitive on these tracks. Really want to check out the couple of these cars, couple of these guys at the back of the field here, but it's just hard to get away from the front at Daytona. Oh, and there's a cover. Daniel comes down to take the bottom lane, but he gets bumped up. Is he going to try it again? He does. He gets clear this time in front of Les. That's going to leave Adam Pettit on the top lane. If those guys can get together, watch out. Looks like Adam's got Rusty Modesty there. Looks like he's awesome in the 5 car tonight. Excuse me there. Rick Sanchez will actually be the 05. And Rusty's 05. Rusty, another solid runner within this series. Oh, and Les will cover the top lane. Looks like the top lane could not get it together to get that momentum to fight Daniel and Nathan in the bottom. But once again, back to Rusty. Yeah, Rusty ran all of last season. With the OP Throwback Series. Very competitive. Another guy for sure to keep an eye on here tonight. I know that he finished Daytona last season right there in 3rd place. Was fighting to the end. Gave Hunter Carlson a great push just to squeak by Ryan Peters, which was a fantastic race. We'll see here tonight. That top lane's just really separating. Ideally, you'd like to see them get a little bit closer, especially those front 2 cars. Get sucked up to the bumper. Have that 3rd car sit just a wee bit back, but also, you know, keeping that air stacked up behind the pusher there. Looks like we're coming up on a lapped car here. Everyone's going to have to squeeze down. Only this can get dangerous. So far, so good. Everyone's leaving some room. Looks like we made it through there. Right now, as we stand, Les Levy still leading the race from the front here on the bottom lane. That bottom lane, once again, just really looks the most solid. We've seen a couple guys be able to create some momentum and get down in front, but that top lane really struggling right now to make anything happen. So far, some of our biggest movers, speaking of Rusty, plus 14 on the night. You also have Adam Pettit, plus 5. As well as Hunter Carlson sitting in the 7th spot. He's plus 5 as well. I believe he started there in the 12th position. Big shout out to Nate there in the 92 in the chat. Nate's running a great race tonight. Really hanging in there. Pretty great pusher on the bottom lane. I made some moves on the top to get down there to the bottom. Love to see it. Nate, a solid competitor, especially on these super speedway tracks as well. That 92 car was quick all of season 4. We'll see how he can bring it for season 4.5 here. Looks like Daniel kind of moves up the track there. He's going to lead that front lane. Great push. We'll see if he can lead this lap here as they come to green. starting to see some separation here from about 3 rows back. Looks like those guys might be saving some fuel, or I don't know, but they're leaving a good amount of room there. Not getting too close to those first 3 rows. Maybe they're not liking what they're seeing. But still, everything seems pretty calm here as we're going into lap 10 at Daytona. You know, a great thing about this Thursday Throwback Series, running the older car, sticking to the older format. Gotta love it. Season 4 was fantastic. It's a great group of admins and great owners of this league. They really put a lot of effort in and try to keep these guys racing year round, which I think the drivers really appreciate. Oh, looks like we got Les shuffled to the middle. Where does Rusty go? Does Rusty go with Adam? Les hanging tough, though. Here we go, into the turn. Les goes up the track. Oh, and he's hit Rusty. Rusty's into the wall. And there goes Hunter Carlson as well. Oh, we got a pile up. Oh, no, Nathan Nixon, Rick Sanchez. Who's getting through? Vincente Guerrero looks like he gets through. Wow, would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan still kind of scratching the wall there. Let's go back and check that out real quick. That was something else. What happened here? Just like we talked about going into that turn. Looks like Les Levy is going to kind of just move up the track a little bit too much. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. His point of view, we're going to go right into his driver cockpit and see how that happened. Just right along. Oh, it looks like he really does just kind of slide up a little bit in that middle lane, right into the top lane. Takes out Rusty, and we have a pile up. There's not much you can do there. When you really get into that turn in the middle, it's tough to get squeezed. Trying to give some room to the bottom, and he just has a rough go at it there. It's going to send Rusty into the wall, going to get Carlson involved as well. Once again, Nate Nixon running great tonight. We'll see if he can rebound. All these drivers here do have a fast repair. So, you know, that one wreck, you're not out of it, but this is Daytona, so you want to save that. I believe also as well, you might see something a little bit different here on these restarts. This 4.5 season, they will be doing single file restarts, which should cut down on some of the speed going into the turns here, turn 1 especially. Looks like majority of the field's going to follow Adam down to pit lane. Adam overshoots the gap there a little bit. Let's see what we got. Anthony English still out here. Looks like he might be taking the lucky dog. He did go down a lap earlier. So we're going to take our first round of pit stops here at lap 12. Normally the tires at Daytona can run quite a while, just staying in the draft. It normally doesn't wear them too hard. Suspect fuel as well was probably pretty good on these guys, but hey, when you get a caution, leader goes down, you might as well follow up. We're going to rack them back up here and go racing here shortly. So Pettit leads him into pit lane. Daniel's going to lead him out of pit lane. Vicente Guerrero is going to take a stop, as well as Rick Sanchez, a couple other guys. Going to go try and maybe grab some repairs. I'm going to take this time to kind of run through and just talk about some more guys. Once again, Adam Pettit, fantastic super speedway racer, constant in Thursday Night Throwback. Hunter Carlson, same thing. He had some damage there. Maybe he took his fast repair. I don't know. The nose doesn't look as bad as it looked when we went through the wreck there. He ran right into Rusty. Behind him, Brian Elmore, the 39 car, another constant here in the Thursday Throwback Series. A very solid racer. You know, very respectful on the track. Gotta love the way that Brian races and handles himself out there. Got Sean Cozier sitting in 5th right now. Sean, another one, the 97 car. Big participant in Thursday nights. Love to see a lot of these guys come back to Thursday nights. Love to see them continue to run with the series. It just goes to show once again how great this series is, and it really does keep these drivers busy. Garrett Streets in the 20 car. Garrett very solid. Some great runs on the super speedways. Great drafting partner. Have some experience drafting with Garrett there, and he's just fantastic to kind of hang around. He's going to always make the right move, and he normally drives a pretty straight line. Pretty good on the short tracks as well. Rusty Modesty, like we talked about, Rusty was really plus 14 there, was moving up the field. Steven's sitting at 7th. He's plus 11 for the night, and looks like he probably took his fast repair as well. But single file restarts here. We're going to run down, and we should be taking the green soon. That pace car is off. And we are green. Daniel Dye to the lead. A couple guys dropped down, one almost to the apron. Daniel with Adam getting right to the bumper. It's a great start for them. Hunter's going to be trying to build that momentum as we go into turn 2 here. Looks like we're starting to see these other guys catch back up here. Rusty right in the bumper of the 97. Garrett catching him. Matthew Swank right there behind Garrett. Looks like Garrett's going to go to the top lane. Does anyone go with him? Not yet, so far, as we come to the tri-oval. So this is a dangerous spot here when nobody goes with you, but it looks like Rusty's going to go. Big sigh of relief for the 20 car, I'm sure. Any help he can get. The third car in that lane would be nice. Oh, looks like Sean Cozier kind of slips up there. But he's able to bring it back down to the bottom line. Maybe that top lane's going to get some help. Looks like Stephen Luttrell is going to give it a run. He's in the 82 car. So far, so good on this restart. Not super organized yet, even on the bottom lane, but looks like we're getting there. That momentum's building up a little bit. 32 and 39 are coming to the back of the 49. Luttrell's made it to the back of Rusty Modesty in the top. Let's see if they can get connected there and make a push. believe that is the 01 of Jerry West, who's +7 right now, catching the back bumper of Luttrell. That's a good group of guys, especially if you look right behind him. Christian Strader making his moves back up front. Oh, it looks like Hunter's going to take the top lane. He sees the momentum. Kind of stacks him up, though. Looks like everyone's held it together. Still single file towards the back. You'll see that a lot. This guy's trying to play it safe. We're only 16 laps into here to 100. That top lane really trying to get connected here. Daniel and Adam hanging out in the bottom lane. Just doing their job, cutting laps. Ryan Elmore sitting in the draft. Doing the same thing. That bottom lane is pretty connected. You'll see a little drift up there from the 39 car, but plenty of room. Now you can get 3 wide here at Daytona, but it is not the greatest idea, especially this early in the race. So it's nice to see these guys kind of just keeping it wide. Let's see if Hunter can get down here on Daniel, or if he does. That top lane really collected there to get a good run, to get that momentum. But it looks like the 81 is going to be right to the door, and they might peel off. But here, maybe on the backstretch, it's a good push from the 20. 20's on the bumper of the 32. Just not getting the momentum they need. 20 looks a little bit up in the wall, and Hunter goes down. There goes Carlson to the lead. 32 to the lead. Lost a little bit of that momentum from the 20. Saw that in his rearview mirror. Decided I needed to get down and cover that bottom lane and take the lead of this race. But the 20's coming back. Rusty Modesty and Luttrell not giving up on that top lane yet. And here comes Jerry West. Jerry, another one to shout out from Season 4. He was in the running there all the way to the end, battling our league champion, Andrew Fernandez. And ultimately, couldn't take it. But just a great run by him last season. Really shuffling around with those guys in the top 5. And Hunter's going to go back to the top lane and take that momentum back from them. Hunter kind of just trying to maintain both lanes right now. So far, so good on his clears. Not causing too much trouble. But man, when someone gets in front of the 20 car right now, we're having a little bit of some shuffling up there. So, looks like we're covering back to the bottom. That bottom lane is really stacked up. Those guys have to be saving some fuel. Surprised to see Christian Strader hanging back there. Looks like his blink has kind of quieted down a bit. Looks like that 19 car of Zachary Kreisman is waving around a bit there. It is tough back there in that draft. Feeling that air come off of the car in front of you, going into the turn, it's easy to get swayed up. These Gen 4 cars too, they like to boogie. So you got a lot of power at your fingertips and a lot of momentum, especially on Daytona. It looks like he's got it. Love to see the Zen paint scheme out there on the 19 today. I believe this might be one of his first races, at least that I've been around OP. 20 and the 32 really trying to get momentum rolling again. Looks like maybe Rusty touched the wall there a bit. Once again, that momentum, it really can get to you. Rusty's staying close to the wall. He hits it again. That's the second time we've seen him tap the wall here. Really got his foot in the throttle there, just trying to stay on that back bumper of the 20 and 32 and give them some help here. That bottom lane has just been consistent though. Daniel Dow, Adam Pettit, Brian Elmore. Looks like the 29 though and the 05 of Rick Sanchez have caught that top lane. Top lane should get some momentum here. That's a pretty formidable group. Little shuffling. Looks like Strader's going to go down low. They shuffle Garrett out. Garrett's going to go. We got... Is that another caution here? No. No, we do not. Excuse me. There's caution. Looks like Steven's going to get to the inside of Rusty on that top lane. This top lane battling more so than helping each other. I'm sure Hunter in the 32 car is wondering what's going on back there. I need some help, guys. Yeah, it looks like, appreciate that, Billy. Looks like some things are going on here with the overlay. Try and get them figured out here on the next pit stop. Standing should bump back up here shortly. Adam Pettit, Daniel Dow running that bottom lane. Adam Pettit running down. Adam's gonna lead the bottom lane here. Looks like Rusty's gotten to the bumper of Hunter, and maybe that top lane can grab some. Not sure what's going on with the graphic here, folks. As the season runs along, we will make sure to get this straightened out. Kind of hanging tough here still. Hunter getting some good momentum on the top lane with a great push from Rusty there. Yeah, it looks like our scoreboard is not operating correctly. Says we got everyone going to pit here. Adam Petito still running up front with Daniel Dow. Brian hanging in there in that third spot. He hasn't shuffled around much this whole run since the pit stop on lap 12. Brian has hung tough. Try and give this graphic here a reset and see what happens. Some technical difficulties here. That top lane has lost quite a bit of momentum. They continue to fight hard, but it just looks like it's getting tough for them to keep up with that bottom lane. Especially with Daniel and Adam. Those guys have been right on each other's bumper, working well together all night. Hunter's going to go to that bottom lane. Give the top up to Rusty. Control train with one, but looks like they're going to build a little bit of momentum to try and challenge. Oh, looks like the 97 of Koji going under the there. Luttrell building some momentum. Daniel's going to slide up the track just a little bit. Rusty challenging now. That's how we really got some momentum with those two cars. Luttrell, Rusty, and Garrett. They're making something work up there. Right now, Pettit, our race leader. Daniel Dow sitting in second. Pettit is up 7 spots right now, but Daniel Dow plus 4. Rusty Mossy sitting in third. He is plus 15 spots. And Garrett Streets on the outside. Lone Ranger. Trying to grab a side draft there off of Rusty, it looks like. And we got Nathan Nixon coming up. Got to create some room. We'll see what happens here. Garrett's definitely going to try and catch a draft off of that 92 car. That should give him a little bit of pace to hang in a little bit longer here. Garrett Street's still hanging on. They're going to catch up here to, looks like that backpack. Still go around less. Oh, it looks like we're going to come in for our second pit stop here. Out of pen on the brakes. Everyone on the brakes. Looks like everyone's gonna go to the pits. That's gonna leave Jerry West right now, our new leader. Jerry, Brian, and Curtis DeFern. Hanging tough. Jerry's gonna run into pits. We're going to pick right back up on track here. Our lead car coming out of this pit cycle right now should be Christian Strader. Right on his bumper. Steven Luttrell, Adam Pettit, they're going to get to him. Never mind, they weren't able to clear. Jerry West coming out of the pits. Curtis and Brian right on his tail. It's going to be close as they get back on the track here. Just not going to have enough momentum. As Mark Mann in the 04 is going to come to the lead with Rick Sanchez in the 05 behind him, followed by Christian Strader. Mark Mann plus 18 on the night. I'm going to remove that scoreboard for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, as I try to get this figured out on the backside. But Mark Mann, Rick Sanchez, Christian Strader, and Stephen Luttrell. I believe it's that 44 car of Anthony English who might be a lap down. Yes, he is. Just for everyone at home, we are sitting right now at 53 laps. I know the scoreboard was reading 26 there, but 53 is going to be our actual. So Mark Mann's going to lead us into our 54th lap as he crosses the green here. He's really running away right now. Has almost a second and a half on Rick Sanchez. And looks like we have a caution come out. What happened there? Must have missed it. Looks like we have a caution. Looks like I might have missed what happened. Let's see here if we had anything pop up. Looks like Garrett Streets. Everyone will come down pit road now. Let's go back and take a look at that and see what happened to Garrett. Happened a while back. Not sure. Maybe it wasn't Garrett. Might have been just a stage break for them. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened there, but as we come back out, Nathan Nixon, who was in a wreck earlier, looks like he's about 2 laps down. Stayed out. We'll see if he'll go down the pit road, as Brian Elmore will be the leader as we restart here on lap 55. We're still working in the background here to get a scoreboard up for everybody. Thank you for hanging in there, bearing with me. Shouldn't be much longer until I have something that should work for us for the night. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to switch it up here just so we can get a scoreboard running. This should be accurate for us now. We have 41 to go in this race. Thanks for hanging in there, ladies and gentlemen. We will have this resolved next week. But once again, Brian Elmore to the lead, with Mark Mann right behind him. Stephen Luttrell in third place. Brian really running out to a good start here. And it looks like we might have another caution. What did we miss? Mark Mann will go down pit. Hunter Carlson will go down pit road. Adam Pettit will go down pit road. Sean Cozier will go down pit road. Another caution here with 40 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are in single file restarts for the night. This mini season is going to run these all season long. The only cars you'll see down on the bottom are many cars a lap down, or in some sort of manner, for some sort of reason, excuse me. But it looks like Brian and Stephen Luttrell are going to get us started here. Looks like everyone is on the lead lap except for Vicente, Sean Cozier, and Nathan Nixon. Thanks, Billy. This is our first time casting over here as well. We're rookies to this. Everyone's got to start somewhere, so I appreciate the support in the chat there. Just trying to make something happen for the viewers back at home. Now that we got something up, we can kind of lock in and keep this thing going for you guys. Once again, single file restarts like we talked about. Vicente, he got his lap back there. Actually, never mind. Vicente is still on his 60th lap. Sean Cozier behind him, Nathan Nixon, and it looks like it's going to be Hunter Carlson who's going to catch back up. Some damage on the front nose of that 32 car there. Hopefully that doesn't hinder him too much. Might be hard to grab a lead, but we'll definitely be able to run in the pack, it looks like, with that damage. We're going to jump back up front here with Brian Elmore. He's going to get us kicked off. Pace car should be pulling off here soon, and we will go back to green. Pace car's off. And we're fired back up as we come to green. 39 laps to go here out of our 100 at Daytona. Brian's going to jump right to the bottom. Try and get some help from the 14 car, Vicente Guerrero there. Stephen Luttrell will do the same right behind Vicente. That bottom lane got moving a little bit quicker. Vicente's going to say no sir, and Stephen will follow him. Stephen going to take the lap car, try and get a ticket around. Maybe he's going to fight for the lead of the race here. Brian hoping the 97 can get to him as soon as he can. Rusty Modesty challenging now, taking second place. They go top lane. Brian's going to squeeze his way in as best as he can. And we got a straight line. Good little battle there. Looks like the 14 car's gonna stay up front here. Not our leader, but gonna try and hang in there and keep that lap back. Luttrell leading the race. Rusty right behind him. Let's hop out to a different camera here and get a little bit wider view. That top lane looks like it's going to try and grab some people. It's Matthew Swank. Looks like he might be followed by Adam Pettit. So watch out for that top lane. Adam Pettit, once again, very solid on these super speedway tracks. If they can get some more help up top there, they might get to the front and fight for this thing. Luttrell, Modesty, hanging in there, chasing the 14, getting the draft. Not going to be upset here if you're Luttrell. Got a car in front of you. Good way to save some fuel. And it looks like the 92 of Nixon hops up in front of Swank to give him some support. I believe that is the 81 of Dow as well in that top lane. Dow and Pettit, they were together up front for a while at the beginning of this race and really held control for a while in that bottom lane. We've been able to see the top lane get together, create some momentum, and get to the front, but it has been hard for them to get that run. The bottom lane continues to be dominant as we go 35 to go. Playing nice right now. Going to cut some laps here, it looks like, and hang in, save some fuel, maybe gear up here for a later run. You know, we had the one big wreck at the beginning of the race. Levy getting up into Modesty as they go 3 wide. Rusty's been able to rebound well. One fast repair for these guys here on the night, so Rusty putting that to good use. Luttrell's going to hop out in front of that 14 car. He said, it's time for me to take control of this race. He probably didn't like that momentum that the top lane was grabbing. Definitely got some fuel saving in though, so once again, while it might be a lap car up front, definitely playing a pretty big role on that stint there, about 7-8 laps. Elmore's going to hang in though behind the 14. Stay true to the bottom. The bottom's been working. But that top lane right now looking a little bit more organized. A much straighter line. Coming around here. 31 to go. Still turning laps. Everyone playing nicely. Rusty getting to the back of the 82, getting a little loose himself. He's able to dial that thing back in. He's got a lot of momentum behind him there coming. If these guys can get lined up. Good run from the 82. Almost clear there to get on the 14 to get to the bottom. Rusty really giving him a push down at the end of the front stretch there. They get separated into the turn. Let's see if they get back together on the back. They're back together. So is Brian Elmore in the bottom lane there. Brian on our lead lap. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that 14 car is a lap down. He's hanging on up there. Trying to stay ahead. He'll have cover finally there. Looks like the 5 of Rusty Modesty and 82 Trail got down. That bottom lane's been dominant. That's probably the place to be for tonight. They finally get some good momentum, and they're going to get down there. But if you look at that, the tag team duo, Adam Pettit, Daniel Dow, pushing that 92 car, also a lap down, up to the front. And we've seen those guys so far all night get together, find each other on the track, and make a push for it. And here they are again. Now the big thing will be here. Can the 92 continue to lead that top lane? We're 3 wide, by the way, going in. Oh, they're going to even that out. Good move by Vicente to get down. It's tough going in 3 wide. That's what we got our accident earlier. But it looks like the 92 is going to go cover bottom, which is going to leave it wide open on the top for that dangerous duo there, Pettit and Dow. Guerrero really wanted to stay as that lead car to get the lucky dog if another caution were to fly here. But it looks like Nixon's going to make a play for that, hence the coverage. Once again, if you're the 82 and the 5 here, you're not too mad. You're just hoping that 92 can keep pace with that outside lane. As long as they stay together, looks like they should. Pettit and Dow a little separated there in the corner. Some good momentum for the 49 there for a second. Uh-oh, we got some touch in there. Vicente going to the middle lane. Really racing for the lucky dog here. 3 wide. He's going to drift up a little bit. Gotta watch out. Be careful. And Vicente, oh, touching the wall back there. Straighter in the wall with Dow. They hold it together. Vicente trying to grab the side draft off of the 5 of Modesty. Bottom lane hanging tough. Dow looks like he's dropping back a bit. Maybe just getting out of the hive's nest a little bit, but they were up there in the wall. We got 2 cars, both a lap down here, leading both lanes. Really fighting for that lucky dog if another caution is to come. For anyone tuning in, if you're not familiar with the lucky dog rule, when we have a caution, the leading car that is a lap down, whoever is in front there in placement when that caution flies, they will get their lap back, meaning they will be able to pass the pace car, come around and catch the back half of the field. Now it is a little bit different here because in this season we are running single file restarts, which puts all your lead lap cars in the top lane. And then your... Oh, and we got a cover. This is going to be wild. Latrell to the bumper of this... Oh, Latrell gets loose. Gets to the bumper, catches that 62 of Levy there. And let's look at this. Nixon and Guerrero are fighting it out. That is Pettit to the lead. With Latrell behind him. Modesty's going to stay to the bumper of the 14. Praying that someone comes up, or that 01 of Jerry West can catch him. Looks like the 01 and the 115 are of Curtis DeFern. Trying to get synced up, trying to get that top roast of momentum. They might catch him here as we go in to the front stretch of the tri-oval. Pettit leading. Modesty and Latrell hanging in there. Swapping back for second and third. Looks like that 81 of Dow has fought back up. Sitting in 4th place. We're at 22 to go, and it looks like the heavy hitters are coming back to the front. One that I'm still curious about, sitting in 10th place, is Christian Strader. Maybe just playing it cool, hanging out. Looks like he's having a hard time keeping up with the pack back there. Some damage potentially on him. Nixon just continuing to control here, that bottom lane. Trying to stay ahead of the 14. We're getting near the end of this race here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to start seeing some of these drivers start taking some risks to move forward. Wondering how fuel's looking. Everyone kind of getting back into a straight line. lap car down there on the inside. It's going to be that 19 of Zachary Kreisman. He's going to give plenty of room, as much as he can, for these guys to go by. Looks like... Is that the 44 of English up in the wall? Yeah, it looks like that's going to be. You know, and sometimes right here, what the drivers are doing, this might be the best move, right? We're 18 to go. Let's start thinking about how we're going to get to the end. Not going to race each other crazy right now. Is it great for the viewer at home? Who knows? You know, you might like this style of racing. This strategic, just everyone kind of minding their P's and Q's, staying smart behind the wheel. But definitely one of the better moves here from these drivers. Looks like Jerry West might have gotten shuffled up the track. The 115 at DeFern kind of gave him a bump. Said, I gotta go, pal. Nixon's done a real solid job of leading that pack. Unfortunate that he got tied up earlier in an accident, because obviously showing some great speed and the ability to run up front here at Daytona. But it is Daytona. We could see a yellow at any time. These cars are traveling almost to 200 miles an hour. That might be Elmore going to pit. Yeah, Elmore's going to take it down pit road. He was sitting in the 10th spot. At top lane, oh, Kreisman into the wall, kind of going down track. Pettit's going to stay out. Looks like Luttrell, Modesty, they're going into pit. Guerrero and Carlson are in the pit as well. Both those cars a lap down now. Looks like we're going to come in for our final bit of fuel here. Tires should not be a big problem right now in the draft. We're really going to be looking at fuel. Maybe these drivers in the pit lane are taking two. Checking and see what we got. We'll get back to the front there. Got some good drama up front. But that looks like the 39 of Elmore. He's going to go a lap down for right now. DeFern, Weston, Swank going into pits. Gotta wonder how much fuel is in that 49 car and that 81. The 92 probably just needs to stick it out right now. With the 14 pitting early, the 32 pitting early, 92's got to pray something comes out. He may have enough, but I'm real curious about our leader there, and Adam Pettit. Spin smart. Don't lead. Save fuel. But with Dow on him, 13 to go, you gotta wonder how much fuel's left in these cars. If there's enough, who's gonna make the move? Does Dow take a run if he can get it? Is there anyone behind him willing to take that run to the outside? The bottom lane's been dominant. Guerrero's going to hug the bottom as he goes by, as everyone goes by. Yeah, that's going to put Guerrero 2 laps down right now. But we have pit cycles going on. The only 4 cars truly on lap. Here they come. Had to know it was coming soon. Nixon's got to come. Streets has got to come. They're going fast. Streets. Ooh, hopefully Garrett Streets did not get a speeding penalty there. That was coming in hot. But you have Streets, Daniel Dow, Christian Strader, all in the top 4 coming down. Right now, that's going to put Mark Mann in the 04 car, who is plus 14 on the day, to the lead. Mann in this group, right now, we'll see where that other group comes out in terms of on track. But Mann in this group took a little bit earlier pit. Sanchez as well, Anthony English as well, playing some strategy here. They go by. That's a lot of momentum out of those 4. Let's see if this other 4 here can catch up. Someone's got to hang in the draft. Yeah, it looks like Streets is going to get caught for speed in there. Scoreboard updates for the viewers at home. We got to remember that 92 car hanging with that group, still a lap down. We're going to jump back to the front here. Going to check on this 4 little 4 set of cars here, this first group. They pitted about a lap earlier, playing the strategy game. Sanchez giving them a great push. The 04, the 05, the 44 of Anthony English, who started this race a couple laps down. Fought his way back in. Can't forget the 03 of Seabrings. We go, 9 to go. This might be the race that we need to look at here, ladies and gentlemen. That second group is 8 seconds back. And it does not look like they're gaining right now. They might be losing time. So here we go. Mark Mann up 18 spots on the day, leading our race. Rick Sanchez up 1 spot. Sanchez did sit on the outside of that first line there. Sanchez, not a surprise. This is where he feels like he should be for the day. This is where he started, giving himself a chance. Anthony English plus 11 on the day. He was a lap down, fighting his way to the top. Rick Seabrings plus 12 on the day. Oh! Rick's just touching the yellow line there. He's got it all together. We're good. Uh-oh. Oh, Anthony thinks. He says, nope, I'm going to get right back behind. These guys are really laying down some time here. They have put another second on that group of Pettit and Dow. Modesty, letting this lead pack go by. Definitely going to jump in, try and grab the draft. Modesty right now sitting 2 laps down. who's going to catch up here quickly to the 32 car of Hunter Carlson, who is sitting 2 laps down as well right now. Plenty of room for the guys. And we're going to be turning it into 5 to go here. Five down, 5 to go. Oh, and we're yellow. We're yellow. We had something happen there, ladies and gentlemen. That is not what Mark Mann, Rick Sanchez, Anthony English, and Rick Seabrans wanted to see there. A dominant effort stretching that out. And we're going to have a caution. Let's see if we can get what happened there at all. It looks like it might have been Curtis DeFran. Let's take a look and see where we are with that. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Would you look at this back here, running in that second group? Pettit, Dow, Luttrell, Strader. And it looks like him and Jerry West, who have been working together today so far, are going to get into it. Jerry just comes up the track. Yep. Wow. So, looks like Jerry's going to go down a little bit. You got DeFran up high. He's going to come down. He's going to grab a little bit of that. Yeah, he's going to get pushed by the air, and he's right back up into DeFern. DeFern's going to turn, and there's just not much DeFern can do there. He's riding high. West comes up. Just going to grab everybody. That's pretty rough. Yeah, that's pretty rough. You can see it for everybody there. Once again, just not what Mark Mann and them wanted to see. A huge lead, 9.5 seconds. And we're 4 to go at Daytona. You knew it was coming. This top 4 was hoping it wasn't coming. I don't know if that's the big one. The one we had at the beginning was quite big. But thanks to those fast repairs, these guys were able to hang on and get back into the race. But this one here, this is going to do some damage. Got a lot of cars into the pit lane. Elmore, Levy, Strader, West, DeFern. Now let's see, right? Now that we're caught back up, I believe this group, Mann, Sanchez, English, and Seabrans, only pitted 1 lap before the group that's sitting behind them in Pettit, Dow, Luttrell, and Swank. I do not think that's going to be much of a tire advantage there, 1 lap. So really what we're looking at is who can get fired off, who can get connected with the guy behind them, and we're going to have a shootout here to the end. Gotta love Daytona for this, folks. This is going to be an interesting finish. But we are 1 lap to green here. It's going to be 2 to go when we grab green. I believe we can try for a green-white checkered 2 times. Hopefully we get some good clean racing all the way to the end. And we see. Once again, let's take a look though at these 2 back here. Dow and Pettit all day, strong, been next to each other. There's a lot of trust it seems to be between those two guys, especially on this super speedway racing. Cannot forget, if you are Seabrans in English, who is behind you here. We might see some three-wide racing here. We're getting ready to go green. Single file restarts here for this mini season. A new rule the Thursday nights is testing out. So if you tuned in last season, you're going to see that a little bit different all season long. We're getting ready to rock and roll. Daytona. It's going to be 2 laps to go when they cross the line. I don't know about you guys at home, but I'm getting a little nervous here. I'm used to being out there with the guys, but it is great to be up here calling this race with everybody. Been a fun one. 100 laps of Daytona, and we're about to go green. Maybe for the final time. We'll see. Mark Mann leading them off. Rick Sanchez right behind him with Anthony English and Seabrans. We are green. Engines firing off. Good start for Mann and Sanchez there. Who's going to go low? Jerry West covers Levy low. That line just too far back to see right now. Mann and Sanchez up top. Anthony English and Seabrans, they take the bottom lane. That bottom lane has been very dominant all day. Pettit and Dow pushing. Hey, elbows are out. Mann and Sanchez losing some ground. Not enough help out there right now. This front pack's starting to separate themselves. They got a great start. Here we go, folks. Get out of your chair. Stand on your feet. We got 1 to go at Daytona. Anthony English pushed by Rick Seabrans out front. English a lap down earlier in this race. Fought his way back to the front. He's got Pettit and Dow right behind him in that top lane. They're fighting, clawing for everything they can is Sanchez and Mann. Looks like we're going to go 3 wide here. We're making some room. Pettit and Dow making room. English covers, though. Covers the middle. Sebring trying to get some help from Luttrell in the 82. Oh! English comes down, stacks up the bottom lane. Here comes Mann on the outside. We're stacked 3 wide. Oh, into the wall is West. 3 wide. Mann. Pettit. Oh! No! We wrecked the line. Was it English? Was it Mann? No, it was... And we're wrecking there, but who was it? What a finish. Wow, that was exciting. Way to get there. Was it Mann? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite a race to the finish there. 3 wide. The guys really held it together fairly well for considering what we're going with. So let's try and get that just a little bit. Sorry here. Let's go back. Don't fast forward there, sorry. Let's play it out. I think that is going to be Mann to the front. But was it 5? Was it Rick? I am showing Mark Mann with the win, Sanchez in second, and Adam Pettit the third. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Fantastic finish. Gotta love it. Some great strategy there by the 4 car. We're going to see if we can pull in our guys here and give everyone a good run and see what's going on. So we're going to start off with Adam Pettit. And see if we can get him to join up into our broadcasting booth. try and grab an interview with our third place car, Pettit. Gotta love the burnout. Fantastic for man. Great run. Great strategy play. You send it, young fella, sideways around the line, coming across the line, going sideways. Gotta love that finish there. All right, let's drag our guys up in here and see if we can get everybody. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here if we can grab Mr. Adam. Make sure we got what we need. All right, Adam. We got you there, bud? Hey, Adam, man. Heck of a race today. Fantastic effort on your part. You and Daniel Dow were running together great at the beginning. Care to tell us about it?
Teammate. I've been running with him for years now, and you know, whoever's leading, we just keep on pushing them, and you know, we try to work as a team, try to get everybody up there, and then, you know, kind of the last lap, it just kind of becomes every man for themselves, and that's kind of what happened today.
Yeah, man. You guys were hanging in there towards the end, kind of following the 92. I was wondering how fuel was going to work for y'all. And then Mark and his team, they pit a little lap before you. And you guys were about 9.5 seconds down. How did it feel to see that caution come out there 5 to go?
Oh, relieved. we really weren't paying attention to, you know, fuel and all that kind of stuff. And once we started kind of looking at, you know, the standings, and there was a group of cars that were like 33 seconds behind, and, you know, it's like, well, they, you know, pitted like, you know, 10 or 15 laps ago, so, you know, they were able to, you know, slowly just kind of eat into our lead, because, you know, we had a bunch of lappers and stuff up there in the main pack, so, you know, we were getting kind of wonky, and so those guys back there were just able to keep it straight and keep on going, and you know, chew away at our time. And you know, then we kind of had a little mishap there when we did go to pit with a couple of our teammates and stuff, so we just kind of got behind the 8 ball, and then of course you're getting out there on, you know, hot slick ass tires, and so you're sliding around on the apron, so you can't really put the throttle down. And so obviously, yeah, we kind of lost some time. I think we came out, it was like 6 or 7 seconds, and then we actually caught a teammate of ours, and we didn't communicate very well, and we ourselves just kind of gotten a little snafu, almost caused a caution, and that dropped us back to about 9. So all we could hope for was a caution there at the end. I knew the tires were old, but I didn't want to give up the track position, knowing that it was going to be a green by check-in with as much as these things take to, you know, build up energy, especially with the single file restarts.
Yep.
You know, and so yeah, you know, I had an opportunity there going into 3. I made it 3 wide and was stuck in the middle, and my teammate was behind me, and we were doing great. And then I think he kind of got some contact with the 44. And it unfortunately kind of lost me a little bit, and then I tried to make a last-ditch effort to get around Mark there, and got him sideways going across the start-finish line. So glad I didn't take the win away from him. He was able to win and win it in sideways fashion.
Exactly. No, I'm sure Mark's probably going to remember that one. Coming across the line sideways was hard to call there. Hey, Adam, I got to give it to you, man. You were strong all day long. You've been strong in this series. You know, congratulations on the 3rd place today. I'm sure next time you'll be a contender. I appreciate your time. Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Greg.
You're welcome. All right, I should have Rick in here. Rick Sanchez, how's it going? Rick, do I got you on the mic? All right, we're gonna give Rick some time here, and we're gonna go straight to our winner, and Mark Man. Alrighty, I should have Mark in with me here. Mark, how does that feel? Going across? Sideways?
Sideways. Yeah, feels pretty good. Win's a win. I'll take it, man.
No, man, that was great to call. I gotta give you guys some credit. That pitch strategy there really gave y'all a solid lead. But man, how did it feel to see it go caution, 5 to go?
Oh, I hated that. 'Cause we had them pretty well licked there, and it was going to come down to us four guys. But the caution came out, and we knew that we still had all four of us teammates up in there, and it was just all about deciding who goes where. And Rick and Anthony went low, and Richard and I stayed high, and it worked out. I mean, that middle lane made a hole, and they had it, and it got a little bit. I'm glad it got chaotic at the start-finish line and not coming out of turn 4. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, 100%. It looked like all the guys were very respectful there coming out of 4. But I mean, just a great effort on your part for the day. I mean, a beautiful drive. I loved seeing it coming across there, and especially Pettit and Dow. They were quick all day, but you guys hung in and gave it a great run, man. Fantastic, and doing it in style. How did it look for you there when you're coming to that last restart? What's going through your head?
Well, number one was, we were trying, when we were running out there alone on that fuel run, we were trying to kind of arc things into the turns and arc them out to try to save our tires, but we knew we were cooking our tires still at the same time, staying fast. And when that restart came out, I wasn't worried about wheel spin or anything of that nature, but I was just kind of worried if everybody had fresher tires than we did, if that would have played the difference. And it didn't ultimately, but, things pretty much worked out. Thank God.
Yeah, you and Rick really got a good jump there to open it up, and then just seeing everyone kind of barrel into the inside lane, which had been dominant all day. Just fantastic move to build some momentum and get back to it there. So, once again, Mark, great win, man. Something to be proud of. Anything else you want to say before I let you go? Let's go celebrate.
Yeah, Richard's a beast pushing, so I had no doubt if he was behind me, we were gonna at least have a look at it. So thanks to him for pushing me there at the end, and thank you for broadcasting it, and thank everybody I raced with tonight, all my teammates, and everybody at home watching. And OP's been running for 7 years plus, almost 6 years plus, going on 7, I believe. And if everybody's tuning in, we got an all-star race coming up on Saturday for OP. Tune into that. I believe that'll be on Max Speed TV. And yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Mark. Once again, congratulations on your win. Well deserved, brother. We'll see you at that all-star race.
Thanks, Greg.
Yes, sir. All right. Looks like we're not going to grab Rick tonight. Great job for him in second place. Ladies and gentlemen, fantastic race. Thanks for hanging in there with me all night long. I know we had some technical difficulties. Once again, this is our first broadcast ever, so we're going to try and get it better as we roll. And just thanks again. I hope it was entertaining, and that's